And welcome here to Wild Rose in central Wisconsin, as it is a Tuesday night matchup here on Zaleski Sports, and it should be a good one here for you. It is going to be the Wildcats of Wild Rose playing host here to the away Pacelli Cardinals. Starts here on Zaleski Sports. A reminder that tonight's pregame show brought to you by Auto Select, Stephen Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point, Plover, and in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
And we welcome you back once more here to Wild Rose as we get ready for this matchup once again between the Wild Rose Wildcats and the Pacelli Cardinals. Thank you all for tuning in. My name is Connor Philippi and welcome back to Zaleski Sports for hopefully what is another great night here of volleyball. It's your first time tuning into Zaleski Sports. We thank you very much, and if you're a returner, of course, thank you as well. We'll take a look at both of these two teams before we announce the starters and get into the national anthem. Start here with the away Pacelli Cardinals. They're 10-16 so far this season, but they are 4-0 within this conference. We'll go over these conference standings in just a little bit, but they're going to try and continue their winning streak here against this conference. And so they are 3-1 at home, 6-6 away, and 1-9 in neutral games. They're coming off of a one-match losing streak. However, they lost their last match to a good Amherst team in their last performance. As for the Rose Wildcats, the home team here tonight, they are 7-6 overall. They have a 2-2 record within this conference. They're 2-3 in home games, trying to get that up to 500 here tonight. They're 3-1 in away games and 2-2 in neutral affairs. They are coming off of a 3-game winning streak, and so they're trying to continue that momentum. They beat Tri-County 3-1 on the 30th. They won an away game against Tigerton 3-1, and then finally on the 6th, just last night, they defeated Bowler in a 3-set sweep. And so we'll take a look here at the leaders for these two teams. We got Jaden Sroik is on top for a lot of these categories, leading the team in kills per set and hitting percentage, as well as digs, assists, kills, and receptions. Leah Fensky leads the team in total blocks. Courtney Carpenter leading the team in serving aces and aces per set, and Peyton Sroik leads the team in assists. As for this Wild Rose team, it is the Lily Lucchini show in terms of kills per set. The hard hitter on this team, 2.6 kills per set for this team, leads the team in hitting percentage and kills. Allison Henschel leads in a couple different categories, serving aces and aces per set. On top of that, she's second in a lot of categories as well. For total blocks, it's London Tucker leading in that category. And so as we get ready here for last few seconds of warm-ups, we'll take a look here at the Central Wisconsin South standings. Of course, Pacelli, like I mentioned, is undefeated within this conference, and they're going to try and continue that here tonight. They're 4-0, and Wild Rose sitting at 5th out of those 7 teams. Like I mentioned, 2-2. Right now, Port Edwards on the bottom, 0-4 within the conference. A couple of the teams trying to chase Pacelli down. Rosholt at 3-1. Pittsville at 3-2, and Ullman Bancroft at 2-2. And this is going to be a little bit of a benchmark and an interesting thing to keep an eye on, because that is one of those neutral teams that both of these two teams have played in Ullman Bancroft. And Pacelli swept them 3-0 in their matchup against them, whereas Wild Rose did lose that matchup 3-2. So definitely a benchmark to see how these two teams will play. But it looks like we are just about ready to get things started as we will send things over here to the PA and get into these player announcements.
We request your cooperation in supporting the participants and officials. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating or taunting actions will not be tolerated. Their girls removed from the site of competition. To determine respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. A few additional announcements. Please enjoy tonight's game in a positive manner. Exit the gym only between games or during timeouts, and please do not cross to the other side of the gym while the ball is in play. Cheer loud, be proud, and above all else, be positive, and finally, please, no stomping the bleachers. Thank you. Now, to honor America and those defending our freedom, as those are able to stand, remove your hats and place your hands over your heart for the playing of our national anthem. Wisconsin South Conference girls volleyball match between the Pacelli Cardinals and your Wild Rose Wildcats. Introducing tonight's starting lineups first for the visiting Cardinals. Starting tonight is a senior number 3, Ella Van Order. A senior number 4, Courtney Carpenter. Senior number 8, Amelia Martini. Junior number 12, Leah Fensky. Senior number 13, Samantha Sankey. Junior number 14, Jaden Stroik. And the libero for the Cardinals is senior number 2, Andriana Vaughn. The coach is Mackenzie Gale. And now the starting lineups for your Wild Rose Wildcats. Starting right, sophomore, number 1, Isabel Vanderwerf. Senior number 5, Ella Trax. Senior number 6, Logan Tucker. A junior number 7, Allison Hatchell. Senior number 8, Lily Lucci. And sophomore number 9, Celia Christensen. The libero is senior number 10, Kelly Pop. And the head coach of the Wildcats is Chris Barr. Now fans, make some noise. This is Wildcat Volleyball.
And so without further ado, we are about to get underway here from Wild Rose. Once again, Connor Philippi with you. Thank you so much for tuning in here to Zaleski Sports. And another conference matchup here between these two teams. And once again, a very competitive Central Wisconsin South as we get ready to start things off here. Like we just mentioned, Chris Barr, head coach, heading up this Wildcat squad, and Mackenzie Gale, the head coach for these Pacelli Cardinals. And we saw that extra round of applause for Callie Barr for this Wildcats team. She is returning from injury, and so got to pencil her into the lineup here tonight for the first time. And so great to see the excitement from her fellow teammates and everyone here to see her back in action as we are ready to go here, and we are off from Zaleski Sports. Vanderwerf gets a hand on this one, then sent over by Henschel. Trying to set this one up. A little bit of a miscommunication that time, and the first point here of the night will go to the Wildcats here on the Dahl Automotive scoreboard. Sent across there by Van Order. And now on the other side, Henschel can't quite get it over. We saw this a lot a couple nights ago as I called the Holman Bancroft match a couple days ago. And we saw the first 5 or 6 points as this one will hit the net. And momentum will swing once more. We saw a very close matchup for the first 6 to 8 points of every single set, but it ended up in a sweep and not close sweeps, as it was just kind of a takeover by Pacelli once they got past that double-digit mark. It was really all Cardinals after that point, as this one will end up going off the fist of Jaden Stroik. And 3-1 early here for the home Wildcats. Again, Wildcats trying to get back up to 500 at home here this season. Good save there by Peyton Stroik as it gets sent over. Trotz with the setup, the smackdown, and that one, a little bit of an assist there from the rafters. But that one will fall after hitting that top beam. It'll be another Wildcat point. Henschel getting plenty of work early on, as this one will be poked up and can't quite get it over. Again, a little bit of trouble out there up in front of the net for Pacelli. So trying to get a little bit of momentum back here as Henschel sends it once more. 4th straight serve for her, and that one smacked down by Ella Van Order. She was a big factor the last couple of nights, as she has been all season for the Pacelli Cardinals. And getting ball back on Cardinal side of the court as Carpenter will send it over. Carpenter, one of the seniors for this Pacelli team, set up by Trotz, again from the outside. This time it is placed insanely well, that time by Lucchini. Talked about her a lot in the pregame show. Sub coming in here, Harper Shipley coming in for Vanderwerf. It's going to be Hinker coming in for Pacelli. Can't quite handle that one. And it's 7-2 early on here in the first set. Poked over by Stroik, and then that one will be given to Pacelli, as there was a potential play there at the net. Kenzie Kelly coming in for the Wildcats. She's a sophomore for this team. London Tucker will take a break. You'll see that throughout the course of the night here. 8 sophomores for this Wildcat team as that hits the net. Only 3 seniors and 3 juniors. It's a very young Wildcat team. As coming in now is Chloe Wolf. And Celia Christensen taking a seat. That one's going to hit the backboard. Another unlucky bounce here for the Cardinals, as that one hit off the bottom of that basketball backboard. There's kind of a low hanging building here. That'll definitely be a factor throughout the night, as that one is smacked down nicely by Jaden Stroik. Her and Ella Van Order combining for the majority of the kills for this team. And so 9-4. Sent away by Sankey. Sammy Sankey, another one of the seniors for Pacelli. This one handled by Shipley on that side. On the near side, smack down, and that's good placement that time. I believe it was Martini that time. And Pacelli can get back into this first set. They just focus on the fundamentals. Had a little bit of a rough first few points that time, but if there's anything Pacelli can do, they can grab momentum and start running with it quickly. And so the Wildcats will have to do whatever they can to stop this potential run. And a few mental lapses on the Wildcats side now as Pacelli with 3 straight points. This one is out. As that one got close to the line, I wasn't sure about that one. And it's tough when it's coming in at that angle. But Wild Rose gets a good break there as Pacelli was rolling, had all the momentum, and now they're going to try and steal it right back off of another good hit that time by Jaden Troik. I'll do my best to differentiate Jaden and Peyton throughout the course of the night. This will be Jaden to serve here. A little bit of a discussion there, but concludes now, and the serve coming. 10-8 here in the first set. Poked over on the near side. It's dug out that time by Carpenter and then sent over by Martini. A nice stop. Sends this one over. Sankey was the one that dove for that one. And now on the other side, it gets blocked down. Looked like that was a combination of Martini and Fensky on that one. Not quite sure who got the hand on it, but either way, Pacelli one away from tying this one up all of a sudden. A nice poke. Floats this one over, set up by Wolf. Another nice stop, that time by Troik. That was Jaden Troik on that one, as that one is blocked again. Good attempt to recover it, but that was once again Amelia Martini. And we are tied up. A 6-1 run unfolding here for the Pacelli Cardinals. And just like that, it feels like Wild Rose, as that'll be another point given to Pacelli as it goes off of that out of bounds marker. All the momentum swings Pacelli's way for a 7-1 run as a timeout's taken by Wild Rose. Made a Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items, as well as sporting goods and awards. Find out just what you need to keep looking great and learn more at madeacustom.com. Dahl Family of Vehicles has been earning 5-star reviews since 1911. Now we'd like to earn your 5-star review at their new Dahl Honda and Dahl Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealerships in Stevens Point. Learn more online at dahlauto.com. Zaleski Sports also brought to you by Simplicity CU. They bring home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, your business, or your home. Check them out at simplicity.coop today. And so Pacelli, like I mentioned, does not take long for them to run away with the set, but still 10-11, plenty of time for Wild Rose. They're able to get the point that time. Looked like just a little bit of a timing issue that time on that potential strike. As we tie right back up here on the Dahl Automotive scoreboard. Harper Shipley can't get it over. As there's a sub coming in here for Pacelli, that's Ella Van Order checking back in. As Fensky, after a good few points there up front, will take a break. This one poked over. Good placement that time. Like that was Allison Henschel. And that's just that vision to see how you can get it to a place that the other team is not. You get him out of position just a little bit, and if you have that vision, it's easy to get that point there. As Van Order will send it up, it's stopped nicely by Lucchini. And gets punched over, but too many touches as Pacelli takes the lead back. Here come Peyton Zroik and Caden Nelson into the game. And it will be Peyton to serve it, and that one a lucky bounce there. Sometimes you got to have a few of those mixed in, as well as people say it's better to be lucky than to be good. I think it's a little bit of a mix of both to make a successful team. Sent in from the outside, a good dig that time. It'll go to the Wildcats. So nice attempt that time by Peyton Zroik to dig that one out. Sent over by Henschel. Stopped that time by Vaughn and sent over from midcourt. On the near side, blocked down, but it stays in play. Poked over, eventually stopped by Zroik. Tough angle to get it over, but she's able to make it work. Sent in from the outside, and that's out. Good vision by Pacelli. As it's now 15-13, serve coming from Courtney Carpenter, one of the seniors for this Pacelli team. Talk about the difference in seniority of these two teams, as well as just the size in general of these two squads. Trying to get that one over, but runs out of hits as Pacelli will get another point back. Seven seniors for this Pacelli team compared to the Wildcats 3. Certainly an advantage there, as that one is going to hit the bottom of the backboard, able to recover. Nice job there by the Wildcats as it's set up by Zroik. Diving stop by Henschel, nice play by her as we continue on. Van Order with another signature slam. And a 4-point lead now. Ella Van Order was the victory interview that I did against Almond Bancroft. And she had nothing but good things to say about the rest of her team as that hits the net. Talking about coming down the stretch, the importance of playing as a team, staying smart out there, and just seeing it out in front of you. London Tucker serving it away for the Wildcats. Trots. And now set up by Vaughn on the other side. Sending it deep, stopped again by Henschel. And then a nice hit that time by Lucchini. And we see a little bit of the Wildcats that we saw in those first few points. They were up 5-1, then eventually 9-4 before losing the lead, but as that one hits the net, it's still in them. They've been playing a lot better cohesively. There's a few moments where both teams have been left out of position, kind of scrambling. Pacelli figured it out, and now Wildcats slowly starting to get out of their own rut, as we've seen a lot longer volleys these last few points before that hit net. Lucchini will send it over, stopped by Fensky. And now on the far side, it gets stopped again. Blocked down, and that's in. Nice play by Caden Nelson and Leah Fensky on that side. That wall's been successful so far here tonight in tandem with Zroik. Van Order gets it across, and judgment call there. That wasn't the right one, as Kenzie Kelly thought that one was going to go out. A 16-6 swing ever since that 9-4 score early on in the set. As once again, Pacelli the first to 20. Set up on the near side, somehow gets that one over on what I can only describe as a right hook, and Pacelli gets the point. Sometimes when you're a skilled volleyball player, you do something that doesn't quite look like a volleyball move, but somehow make it work, as that's exactly what Nelson did that time. Dugout set up by Trotz. And then a little bit of a miscommunication that time. Trying to come in was Nelson to make that play, but then it just got a little too close to the net. Got those tough angles where you're trying to get it up and over. Not able to make that happen. It should be 17-21, I believe, unless the scoreboard was wrong. Set up, and that one gets lifted across. Dangerously close to a carry that time, but did not get called as one. 22-16, 3 away here from this first set victory for Pacelli, as more subs will come in. Martini and Sankey back in the match. Stopped by Henschel, and now on the near side, another nice block by the tandem up front, and a battle ensuing along the net that eventually gets diffused. More going on now up front, and a miscommunication there between Trotz and Chloe Wolf. Both thought they were going to hit it, and then neither did. 3 straight now for the Cardinals. This one gets lifted over. The setup by Vaughn, and that's in. Another nicely placed ball by Jaden Troik. And it is set point here for the Pacelli Cardinals. Momentum continues to fuel this Cardinal team, and they're looking to put a seal on this first set, and they do it in dramatic fashion as Fensky with another monster slam, and that is set number 1 in the hands of the Pacelli Cardinals. We'll take a step aside and talk about this first set in just a moment here on Zaleski Sports.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
At R&R Flooring and Furniture, we sell products that look good and products that last.
You want a great selection at a great price and a company that stands behind their products? You will find Wolfcraft, Ashley, Marshfield Furniture, and more.
Looking to get the best sleep of your life? We have a mattress for you. Get a 15-year non-paraded high-bred mattress for only 25 cents a night, and we also carry adjustable beds. When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses, it's easy. Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids.
Well, welcome back to the first point of this second set here on Zaleski Sports. Another hit from the outside, immediately poked back across by the Wildcats. And that one out of bounds. And the first point once again goes to the Wildcats, just like it did in set one. It's been a very similar story for this Pacelli team. They are very dangerous once they heat up. As this one will go once again to the Cardinals, tied up at 1. Wildcats, like we mentioned, up 5-1 at one point, then up 9-4 before Pacelli went on a 6 straight point run and then proceeded to get 4 more after another Wildcat point, and they didn't look back after that. They got to find a way, the Wildcats do, to take momentum and really hold on to it against this Pacelli team, not give up too many mistakes. And that's a good start for this Wildcat team as it gets poked over nicely by Harper Shipley on that play. 2-1 here on the Dahl Automotive scoreboard. Sent away nicely that time by Henschel. Battle won that time by the Wildcats. You start to get more aggressive in that battle out in front of the net. Sometimes you try and finesse it a little too much, and it gets out of bounds, as that would have been close to going out of bounds. It's going to be poked over by Van Order. Set up here by Trotz, and then it's stopped on the other side. Hinker. And now set up again by Trotz. That time it's going to be out. And that's a close one there. We saw one very similar to that in the first set that went against Pacelli, and so those are some very difficult judgment calls to make. As it's now 3-2, the diving stop, nicely done by Vanderwerf that time. And the Wildcats end up with a point. Vanderwerf absolutely laid out for that one, and somehow Wildcats able to stay alive on that point and win it. So they lead by 2 early in the second set. Shipley sends it over, stopped by Vaughn. Floaters intercepted, and then Lucchini sends it over, blocked immediately back over. And that's going to be credited to Jaden Zroik. Sub coming in here is going to be Sankey coming in for Nelson, and Martini coming in for Peyton Zroik. Sankey will immediately serve it off the bench. Hit from the middle, and the point awarded to the Wildcats. Not sure what the call was there. Some sort of violation gives the Wildcats back the ball, and it'll be served by Tucker. Poked up in the air by Martini, then set up by Sankey, and that one's out. And these are these point runs that the Wildcats have to find a way to get onto. 4 or 5, even 6 straight points. And Trotz now send it over. Nice dig out by Hinker. That one gets floated over, and that's a point. And I believe that was Jaden Zroik again. 6-4 here in the second set. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in to Zaleski Sports. Pacelli up 1-0. As that one won't quite get over the net. Martini with the attempt that time, didn't have the elevation on that one. And it's 7-4. Served by Lucchini, and that one will hit the net. And again, just those potential momentum swings. Wildcats with an opportunity to try and jump on this Pacelli team and not quite able to do it. Sent in a powerful one, that time by Allison Henschel. Henschel leading the team in kills, and we saw one there as multiple subs come in for the Wildcats. Sankey, and it's poked over, and it looks like a foot was not where it was supposed to be, as Wildcats will get a point back here, 9-5. What a way to make a living as Vanderwerth will serve it away. The floater, and a beautiful play that time by Amelia Martini. She saw the elevation from those two blockers up front, decided to just poke it over, saw a little bit of space behind them. And every once in a while, you got to do that to try and keep those blockers on their toes. Peyton Zroik will send it, and then it hits the net on the other side. Neither team wants momentum here, as Tucker will come in for Chloe Wolf. Zroik will poke it over. Now from the near side, that one never made it across. And Pacelli gets a point back as Courtney Carpenter gets ready to serve it away. Trying to dig that one out was London Tucker, not quite able to do it. Get the best tire prices, period, during the factory direct tire sale at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Up to $200 back by online or mail-in rebate on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. On now at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. As getting back that point are the Panthers, or Wildcats, excuse me. As it's sent across, it'll end up in the stands. And now 2 straight from the Wildcats, 12-8. They're the first to double digits here in this second set. Van Order sends it up, and it's sent across by Nelson before it's stopped by Vanderwerth on the other end, and then it's pushed across, and Van Orden will, a quick back and forth here, hard to keep up with even, as Vanderwerth makes the stop. Sent up to Lucchini, that one gets stopped. They've got a long volley here, that one just out. A battle of attrition that time, the Wildcats won it. Eventually there was going to be something like that where someone tried to do a little too much. Now a 5-point lead for the Wildcats on 3 straight. Pacelli a little bit out of position here. Has another point given back to the Wildcats. Wonder if a timeout might be in order here for Pacelli, as multiple plays here. Looks like they're just kind of left discombobulated a little bit. Maybe that'll get them back on track, as that one out of bounds. But multiple different different plays in a row in that last point. Multiple different players were trying to hit it at the same time. As this one will now hit the net, and it's 15-9. Van Order will come out. Back in now is Hinker. Sent up by Peyton Zroik. And credited with that one will be Jaden Zroik, so it's Peyton to Jaden for the point that time, and double digits now for Pacelli as a couple more subs will come in. It's going to be Martini and Sinke as Nelson and Peyton Zroik will get a break. Set up in the middle. It's stopped by Vaughn. Poked across by Martini. Set up by Trotz on the other side. Another stop that time by Vaughn. Powerful hit that time that gets stopped, and that's going to be a point here for Pacelli. By the way, McKenna Jewell, the sophomore, in here for the Wildcats. And we see a lot of youth out of this Wildcats team. It should be exciting for the future. But they're looking to win here in the present as well, and they've got a good team to do it as it gets sent down, eventually blocked by Henschel on the other end. Another block on the other side. We've been seeing some good volleyball the last few points. Some long rallies as this one not quite over. Martini trying to get that elevation, not quite able to. 16-11 here, the Wildcats trying to take momentum, down one set, trying to tie it up. As this one out of bounds. Chloe Wolf coming in for Tucker. And Carpenter coming in for Hinker for Pacelli. This one stays in. Wildcats a little out of position here, but they're able to keep their composure and get it across. Sankey sets it up now on the outside, and it's smacked down by Martini. Seen Martini, Fensky, and Jaden Zroik have really been the key pieces so far in tonight's match for Pacelli. 16-13, Pacelli trying to inch their way back in set number 2. As Wolf, and now poked over, it is not touched. Trotz poked it over, and it was close, but was not touched by Pacelli. And so now, 3 straight for Pacelli as they're trying to mount a comeback. Another nice stop that time by Vaughn. She's been really locking things down on that far side of the court. And a tough angle that time. She was able to get it across. Nice job by Trotz on that play. And then it's poked up and over, stopped by Carpenter. And now on the outside, Carpenter will have it, and that one is out. But it was off of a tip. 4 straight points. Wild Rose will take a timeout, and we'll take one with them here on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They're now accepting new patients at their Marshfield offices and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. Pacelli, not too long ago, was down 15-11, or excuse me, it was 15-11, and they've now outscored 5-1 over these last few, and it's tied at 16. Jaden Zroik serves it once again as this one gets poked up and over. And on the outside, Carpenter gets that one over, and diving forward, not able to get to it, are the Wildcats. And Pacelli once again has the lead. It's been their strategy, or not strategy necessarily, but it's been kind of their MO recently. So it doesn't really matter who starts on top as long as you're on top at the end. Tied now at 17, as that one was a nice one for this front by the Wildcats. Trotz and McKenna Jewell combining for a nice play there. That one bouncing around in the rafters. Nice job to keep on that one and getting it in. Fantastic placement. It looked like it might have been Carpenter the way the teammates were reacting on that one. It goes all the way to that near corner, or far corner I should say, on the near side of your screen. As Pacelli gets back on top. Set up by Wolf. Poked over. Nice stop that time by Sankey. And then flipped over by Martini. Henschel with a nice strong play that gets blocked, or dug out I should say, and once again stepping a little bit too close there as the Wildcats tie it right back up. Vanderwerf coming in for Jewell. And then Shipley will come in for Kelly. Sankey pops it up and it gets floated over by Carpenter, and then a little bit of a communication error there as looked like all 6 players were all looking at the same ball right in the middle of all of them. As multiple subs will come in now here for Pacelli. Nelson was one of them. And I believe Peyton Zroik was the other one back in. So both Zroiks are both back onto the court now. This one, beautiful placement by Trotz to tie it right back up. She was able to kind of toe the line on that far side and able to keep it in. Tied up at 19 here as another point kind of splitting the defenders on the back court there. And that time it was a miscommunication error on the Cardinals side. 2 straight points now for the Wildcats. This one gets flipped up and over. Pacelli a little bit out of position here. They're able to get it across. Carpenter got dangerously close to out of bounds, and right back Pacelli's way, 20-20. As that one just kind of gets floated up in that no man's land right out in front of the net. Carpenter will serve it away. It's been a back and forth affair late in this second set. And that one off the knuckles of Tucker. Pacelli takes the lead once more. We've seen 1- and 2-point swings lately, and that's been about it. Cardinals forced to abandon their momentum-based game right now and just kind of go point for point. Something they're not used to doing too often. This one gets poked over. Nice vision by Vaughn to save that one. It gets smacked down and could not be blocked as Jaden Zroik gets another point for Pacelli, and another timeout called by Wild Rose. We'll take another one with him, and it'll be a good conclusion to this set when we come back here on Zaleski Sports.
Grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality that you can trust. Zaleski also brought to you by Nicollet Bank. They offer personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or you can learn more at nicolletbank.com. We got a good one here in the second set from Wild Rose. This one's set up by Nelson. She's actually able to get it across herself as Trotz, and now the set across by Henschel is handled. Poked up and over, able to keep it in. And out of bounds. More good vision there by Pacelli. No one even considering going over there, knowing it was out. And Pacelli now 2 away from completing another comeback here in the second set. Another nice track there as it bounced around up there. And this one will go Wild Rose's way. Trying to stay in it here, only a couple points away. Back in is Hinker as Carpenter will take a break. That one just making it over the net. And that's going to be a point off the serve. And they had the benefit there of that little brush against the net, changing the momentum of that ball. And just like that, Wild Rose 1 point away. And was the foot on the line? No. Not quite sure what that was. Might have been a player out of position or something like that, but it's tied up now, 23-23. Quick turn of events here as Wild Rose looks to get back on the offensive. They set it up nicely. Up by Vaughn, now on the outside. Stroik, that one gets blocked out of bounds, and it's a Pacelli point. They have set point here in set 2. It's been a thrilling one. As Van Order will serve it away. And another comeback is complete for the Pacelli Cardinals. Once more down by 5 or more in a set. They're able to come back. They're up 2-0 and they look to sweep. We'll see if they can do it here in the third set coming up on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Felt's Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
The littlest thing of walking or just being able to get around the community or walk to the grocery store or walk around the grocery store is just something little, but that is such an impactful thing, I think, to the patient to say, okay, well, I have 5 other things, but you were able to just help me with one of them. And I think that is gratifying for me personally, just to help even one small aspect of their life.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
We welcome you back here in central Wisconsin. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful child care and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early child learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. Fill your home with the best from home furniture. Sofas, sectionals, beds, recliners, lighting, tables, rugs, and so much more. Home furniture with locations on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. Early point here for the Wildcats. And these early points haven't been the problem. It's been finishing things out as Pacelli with another comeback in set number 2. Found themselves down as this one will stay in. A nice play. I believe that time it was London Tucker able to make that happen. We saw a 9-4 deficit in the first set. I believe it was 11-6 at one point in that second set. Wild Rose able to get this one across and gets smacked down that time by Van Order. Coming in there is Caden Nelson, coming in for Sammy Sankey. Peyton Zroik serves it away, and it's going to be a second straight point now for Pacelli. So Pacelli trying to get momentum a little earlier in this one than they would have liked. And Carpenter able to get that one across. Nice placement. And she has been a force so far here tonight for Pacelli, as well as Jaden Stroik. And Leah Fensky has been very important for this team as well. Hit from the outside, able to stop that one. Vaughn and Van Order gets it across in tandem for Pacelli. And able to get this one across, but it will be a Wild Rose point. Set up on the outside by Stroik, and then that one smacked down by Carpenter. And so 4-3. And back to 4-4 now. Once again, all tied up on the Dahl Automotive scoreboard. We saw, the first part of that second set, kind of the momentum-based affair we were expecting, but then after that, it kind of became a back and forth affair in the last 4 or 5 points as Wild Rose gets that point. Pacelli did not agree. They believe it was tipped as it went out of bounds. This one set up by Stroik, smacked down. That was a nice one by Jaden Stroik. And so Van Order to set it up. That one will hit the net, and it's 6-5. Substitutions come in. For 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. They are local, trusted, and strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. Federally insured by NCUA. As there has been a couple now serving years on both sides. And we will see how both of these two teams handle that here in the third set. Again, Pacelli, if you're just joining us, looking to sweep here up 2-0, but it certainly has not been an easy 2 sets for Pacelli. They just have been able to overcome some deficits and have wound up the better team so far here tonight. They are up 7-6 in what could be the deciding set. Wildcats looking to make sure that doesn't happen, though, as this one's poked over nicely. And fresh off that point, Lily Lucchini will serve it away. Good hustle to that one as it gets sent over by Fensky. Smacked over by Henschel, and that one will fall on the Pacelli side. 8-7 now for the home team. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. As this one will go off the hands of Annie Vaughn. From roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. At a fast pace here in the third set, both of these two teams have been itching to do what they want to do. Pacelli to win this one, and for Wild Rose to make a statement and get right back into it. As we've now seen 3 straight for Wild Rose. First to double digits here tonight. That one, absolutely nothing you could do about it, as Fensky will slam that down. Set up by Wolf, able to poke it over is Henschel. And now on the near side, that one gets blocked. Carpenter, that one is a bit too high. And it's 11-8 as some subs will come in. Vanderwerf coming in for Shipley, or excuse me, for Jewell. And Kelly also taking a rest. And another slam, that time by Fensky. The junior heating up. And she will head to the bench with a little bit of a celebration there. (11-9). Served by Vaughn. And a tough one there, as trying to almost, Chloe Wolf trying to get a hand on it, hits it from the side and then not able to get it over. 3 straight here for Pacelli. And I think that ended up being the right decision. That was too close to let go. Ends up hitting the net, but I honestly feel like that would have been on the line. You don't want to take that risk of letting the fate of where that ball lands decide things. You'd rather try and take it into your own hands. Van Order can't quite get that one down. Almost had the placement, but it was about 6 inches beyond that line. Wildcats retake a 3-point lead. Trotz with the setup. Dug out that time by Vaughn. Trying to push that one into the corner, but Wildcats see it all the way. Sroik keeps it in. And thrown over by Shipley on the other side. A nice setup. Van Order gets it across as that one goes off the hands of Trotz. Sroik and Nelson back in. From the outside, that one gets blocked down, might not have even made it over the net that time. As Pacelli now 1 away from tying this right back up. From the outside, sent over by Henschel. Poked up by Zroik, and smacked down by Van Order. And a timeout will be called by Wild Rose. We'll take one with them and be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
Stevens Point Orthopedics is proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this fall. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. That's 715-344-0701. We are all knotted up at 13 here from Wild Rose. Both teams have had a 3-point lead at least so far here in this third set. And we've seen the same momentum swings we've seen all throughout the night so far. As good recovery there by Pacelli as they're able to get this one over. Tough angle here to work with for the Wildcats, and just a little bit off London Tucker's hands. Didn't quite have the touch on it, and Pacelli takes the lead. If you're just joining us, Pacelli looking for the sweep here tonight. They're 11 away from doing it, as this one will hit the net. And we're all tied up again at 14 here on the Dahl Automotive scoreboard. Find a great variety of breakfast options at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, Friday fish fry, and service with a smile. Open daily for breakfast and lunch only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. As this one pinballs a little bit before winding up on Pacelli's side. Carpenter from the outside doesn't quite have the touch on that one. And so Wild Rose back on top with Vanderwerf serving it away. Or excuse me, that is Henschel. The setup from Peyton Zroik. Sent over that time by Carpenter from the outside. Can't get it, as that one ends up being more of a pop-up and will land on the Wild Rose side. And so it'll be served away by Carpenter. Tied up here at 15, and getting the little boost there from the volleyball gods is Courtney Carpenter. That's gone both ways so far, getting a little bit of that lucky bounce on top of the net. Need at least a few of those every once in a while. Has Pacelli back on top. And this time it won't quite get over, as we're back to tied at 16 now. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered. The best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, and snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. As that is another missed serve. Feels like a little bit of a plague sometimes in volleyball. You get that bug both ways. You start to overthink it, and Pacelli gets the ball right back. This one out of bounds. And two straight now here for Pacelli. They're 7 away from sweeping this one here from Wild Rose. Saw the second set come down to a 2-point victory at the very last second, 25-23 for Pacelli. We'll see how close this one gets, as this one comes off wonky off the hands, and it's back to a 1-point affair. Van Order comes out, Hinker back in as Tucker gets ready to serve, and it's a good one. Vaughn, the setup. Fensky tried to get it over, and she did. It's floated up and over, almost looked like. But she was able to get it over, floats across, stopped by Kelly. And now from the outside, and that one, just kind of an unlucky situation there for Pacelli, as that one hits off that roof and comes down hard off the roof. And it's tied up at 18. We've seen a tie at 14, 15, and now 18. Actually, it was 16 too. And Pacelli now will get the point right back again. Wild Rose has had opportunities to get back into this one, and they've let momentum slide back Pacelli's way one too many times here tonight. Sankey serves it off the bench. The setup from Wolf. And from the near side, that one, a nice hit by Martini. And another timeout here from Wild Rose, and we'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports, and a reminder here that Zaleski Sports brought to you by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dahl Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. Another serve now hitting the net for Pacelli, and just some more of those fundamental mistakes. We've seen a lot of serving errors on both sides here in this third set. This one will make it over, bouncing around in the rafters and gets lost in the daylight there, and it's just difficult sometimes when you're not used to playing in this venue, as Wild Rose is. They understand a little bit more to keep that ball down, and a couple unlucky bounces here for Pacelli has it tied up once more, as this one will hit the backboard. This time they're able to respond and recover, I should say, and then that one gets floated up and over by Henschel. They take the lead here in the third set. They saw the two blockers up there jump too early and saw an opportunity to push it to the other side and executed nicely. And then once again, the Wildcats with an opportunity to jump on top of Pacelli. They hit the net once more. Jaden Stroik getting it across. And this one ends up out. 3 away here for the Cardinals. This one hitting the net up and over, and you saw Pacelli get the benefit of one of those earlier, and Wild Rose gets it right back. Just bouncing off the top of that net and falling where no one was. Tied up at 22, another close one here to finish off the set. Should be fun, these next few points. Nice dive to keep that in play, and that one is out. It was an absolute missile, but out of bounds. Wild Rose now find themselves 2 away from staying in this one and forcing a fourth set. This one gets poked up and over, able to maintain. Carpenter smacks it over, and that one's out. It is set point. And another timeout now will be taken, as Pacelli now sees a potential for a fourth set, and we'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Mega Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at medacustom.com.
The Auto Service Specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Welcome back here to Wild Rose High School. Forcing, or potential to force set 4, as this one will be out. It was close, but it was the right call, as this one just a bit too far. Vaughn will serve it. Pacelli trying to keep the sweep alive, trying to tie it up here in what could be the deciding point of the set, and that one out of bounds. We are tied up here in set number 3. Pacelli with another comeback, this one a little bit of a shorter one. And now it is 1-2, or I should say you have to win by 2. And trying to get to that one, it wasn't going to work. Even if she was going to try and sacrifice some dental work, I don't think she would have gotten to that one anyway. And it's another set point here for the Wildcats. Van Order gets this one down, and beautiful placement on that one. Cold-blooded from Van Order. And we're tied right back up. So again, if you're unfamiliar with the rules, it is not set point here. You have to win by 2 points at this stage. A nice stop. Van Order pokes it across. A good setup now on the outside. Able to keep it alive nicely that time is Nelson. And now another setup from the near side. Dug out by Vaughn. Over the shoulder for Carpenter. Now on the near side again. Carpenter stops it. Set up by Zroik. And now Carpenter smacks it down. They're able to keep it across. Eventually a whistle is blown, and Carpenter ends up being the hero on this one. Just like that, Pacelli is now at set point and match point. And that one is out. Victory for the Pacelli Cardinals. What a performance. And every single step of the way, Pacelli is able to sweep in a very close sweep, had their backs against the wall every set, found themselves down by 5 or more, and then eventually fought their way back to a 3-set sweep here in Wild Rose. We will take a break here and come back to the post-game show, sponsored by Nasonville Dairy. Coming up next is the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com.
Good day, my name is Ken Hyman and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Well, we are back here from Wild Rose in central Wisconsin as the Pacelli Cardinals complete another 3-set sweep. And I'm here with, of course, head coach Mackenzie Gale and Courtney Carpenter. I knew something like that was going to happen, but I'll talk first here to the head coach. Now, what does this team have to do to pick up 5 conference wins? To be 5-0 in a conference is very impressive. And when you know these teams so well, it really shows a lot about leadership of the team, knowing your opponent. What all goes into having that impressive of a record in the conference?
It is. It's nice that we know the team so well, and I mean, with us being a smaller school in a smaller conference, the girls really know a lot about each other. A lot of the girls play multiple sports. That makes it really nice. But as a whole, I mean, something about conference makes them check in. They're a different team when we're playing a conference game, and it's nice to see just because we really do work hard for it, and they know that they have to get it. So we're excited about it. I'm hoping that it can play over into playoffs this year too.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
I'll turn things over here to Courtney. First of all, congratulations on the win. This is another week that I'm talking to this team about resiliency. You know, first set, you're down 5. Second set, you're down 5. You have your backs against the wall in the third set, and you still are able to crawl back and get the victory. What does that say about the team, especially you being a senior and being a leader on this team? What does that say about it?
Yeah, it means a lot. I think we work really hard, and sometimes we have a little too much fun, and then we realize we actually have to focus in and just continue to work hard. So it means a lot to me so that they put all their effort on the court.
Well, thank you very much. I'll have you do one more thing for me. I'll step aside and you'll say I'm Courtney Carpenter and I'm in the house.
Perfect. I'm Courtney Carpenter and I'm in the house.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.